I'm going to talk to you tonight about immigration. I've been analyzing all the executive orders as they come out. I don't read other people's analysis. I don't read what the New York Times says. I just read these things myself and tell people what I think about them, either through my blog or my Facebook page, and be happy to share some of that with you tonight. One order that hasn't gotten a whole lot of attention, but to me is absolutely one of the worst things, and is totally in effect. Nobody's challenged any part of it in court, and that's a memo from Secretary Kelly in Homeland Security last month, where he ordered his staff to go out, you may have heard about this, hire 10,000 new agents for the interior of our country, et cetera, et cetera. Well, nobody's challenged that one in court yet. So what do I envision happening coming down the pike? As part of that order, the Secretary said, we're abrogating all the Obama orders. So when President Obama said, you know, we're going to prioritize who we arrest and who we deport, that included, our number one priority is felons and serious criminals. But then after that, we're not going to separate families, we're not going to be deporting, we're not going to prioritize people that don't have any serious crimes, we're not going to go into schools and arrest school children and things like that. Well, guess what? Under Secretary Kelly's memo, as soon as he gets those 10,000 people hired, and I just read in the New York Times either today or was it Friday, sometime in the last couple of days, that there's this question, and I think the Chronicle carried the story as well, that there's a question, what about all these rogue officers? They're going to hire 10,000 people, how they're going to screen them. So here's my prediction. You heard it here first, because you haven't heard this anywhere else. Once they get the 10,000 hired, or even the first 5,000 hired, they're going to go to the Korean churches here in town. They're going to go to the churches where they preach in Spanish, and they're going to wait outside as everybody leaves on a Sunday. And they're going to ask, are you born in America? And when you say no, they want to see your papers. If you don't have it, they're arresting you. That's what's coming. They're going to do it in front of the mosque. This is just my crazy prediction. They're going to do it in front of the mosques. For those who are Jewish, you might know about Sephardim Jews. There's a few Sephardim synagogues here in Houston. You walk in there, I bet you 70% of those people are undocumented. In Miami, we have a lot of Brazilian churches, Venezuelan churches, full of undocumented people. My prediction is that once these new interior enforcement 10,000 are hired, they're going to go and camp out there. And then they're going to start going into the schools and maybe arresting the parents that are picking up their kids. So while President Obama said we're not going to do any of that, Secretary Kelly said all of those memos from Obama and his administration are all abrogated, and anyone and everyone is fair game. So how does this play out? I have a client in Maryland, and 2 weeks ago he happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time because ICE came looking for somebody else, but my client was there as well. And my client from about 18 years ago had what's called an in absentia order of deportation. That means he failed to show up for his court hearing. And he was ordered deported about 18 years ago as a teenager. And they ended up running his name and they arrested him. And he's married to an American, he has American kids, and never been arrested for anything. And since they arrested him 2 weeks ago, they've been threatening to deport him any day now to Honduras. And they visited the senator, and one of the senators in Maryland, probably the wrong one, and he's still sitting in jail 2 weeks later. So it's really sad to see local police enforcing things on behalf of the immigration people that are tearing apart families, breaking up families. This client in Maryland who's about to get deported to Honduras, hopefully not, we're still fighting. I mean, this guy makes over $100,000 a year supporting a wife and 2 kids, all Americans. And they just throw the breadwinner out, and the wife doesn't work at all. And all these people are going to go on welfare and food stamps, et cetera, et cetera. So it's a really sad situation.